Romania is a country located in southeastern Europe, bordering on the Black Sea. It is the 9th largest country of the European Union by area and has the 7th largest population of the European Union with more than 19 million people. Having in his heart a part of the Carpathian Mountains, Romania can be characterised by his rich and pure water supplies, which after leaving the source turn to fast-flowing rivers and most of the times are flowing into other river crossing in the Romanian border. The object of our research was the river Someș, which rises from 2 headstreams. The Someș flows westward to join the Tisza in Hungary. The first big city in the way of the river is Cluj-Napoca, the second biggest city in Romania after the capital city of Bucharest. Located in the Someș River Valley, the city is considered the unofficial capital of the historical province of Transylvania. The Someș River is an important part because it defines the image of the Cluj flowing through the historical centre. As it is located in a mountainous area and because of the climate, the river can change a lot in a small time, like ours. The flowing of the river is controlled by the local water board in order to be safe for Cluj and the other cities it is run by. In its highest parts, the river has several dams, which guarantee the safety in flooding period, the water supply on dry periods, and it also generates electricity for the region. One of the biggest dams is the Dragan Dam, built 30 years ago and has the height approximated at 120 metres. Apart from the water supplies, Transylvania also has other natural resources like salt, coal, gold. Having salt guaranteed a stable economy in the Roman times till medieval times. In the present, salt mining is not profitable business. Former mines were completely transformed to become tourist attractions. Another important resource is gold.
In the picturesque hills around the village of Roșia Montană in Transylvania, there are 300 tons of gold, Europe's largest deposit. Despite the claimed economic benefits, the Roșia Montană gold project has inspired massive opposition. Open pit mining is a dirty business. In this valley, 250 million tons of waste rock, laced with cyanide from the extraction process, will be dumped. Below ground, the area is also home to part of Romania's cultural heritage. The Romans were the first to mine the gold here. In the village of Roșia Montană itself, hundreds of people must be moved out. Even the churches will be destroyed.
During this workshop, one thing that kept coming up, and that probably backs up problems such as mentality, is that Romania is a former communist country. During our trip to Romania, we spoke with different people from Cluj. We asked them if they liked the river areas, because it doesn't look like they do when there's this much garbage. We noticed the people in Cluj don't like the river. They often answered that they couldn't care less about it and that it is pretty polluted and unattractive. Nevertheless, they are open-minded about changing their habits in order to have a beautiful river.
I think it's dirty sometimes.
Yeah, it's too dirty. It's too dirty sometimes. And
but, for example, do you like this part?
yeah, it's cool. Several years ago they made this thing around here. It was just a hill, and they made these stairs, and it's cool. And the park over there, they made it.
Yeah, it's a wood park. It's nice.
And that's a good thing.
Do you go often here for just relaxing? Or just
Yeah.
In weekends.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's
Sundays.
nice. And what do you think about the other parts? I just saw some other parts of the river and there was like no place to hang out.
Well,
There are places, but we kind of
really.
like this one.
Yeah, you like this one.
Yeah.
I can imagine really. So actually you do like this part?
Yes.
Do you like the whole Someș? Because you said there was a little bit of garbage.
Well, just this part from there over to the end, because
the other parts are not that nice.
I'm not that nice, yeah.
Okay.
And there is a beach too.
Okay.
This is one of the places, our favorite places for walking. So in all, stages of the life. Well, from being a little girl and learning how to swim with my dad in the river when I was 5 years old, and then being in love and walking with my boyfriend here. As far as the down the valley, I think this part, yes, it is very nice until maybe Opera Magara. Yeah. And then when it started to cross the town, it looks different a bit because it's been left.
Walking through Cluj-Napoca, we came across some major problems regarding the river basin in and around the city. Floodings, pollution, garbage and architecture. Flooding is a problem that we encountered everywhere around the world, and in Transylvania it's the same. We recognise signs of deforestation along a side river of the Someș. We will now take a look at the problems related to pollution. Pollution is also a problem that is only visible in high concentrations, but we found traces of it in a side river of the Someș. A very obvious problem is the garbage that we saw along the river system. We could see garbage everywhere across the city, but especially along the river. The final problem that we want to show you is related to the architecture. As you can see, the building in Cluj-Napoca don't have any relation to the river whatsoever. The River 21 group thought about some solutions for the problems. We want to show you some parts of the Someș river basin that are already taken care of. The River 21 group liked these parts very much, but we concluded that there aren't enough of these places. This park is located in the city centre of Cluj. It has been renovated last year. Next to the River Someș, volunteers of Cluj made this playground for children. There are also sometimes fairs in Cluj where children can play. In upper part of the Someș, before it enters Cluj, there are big water dams. They prevent flooding Someș Valley. These dams also provide Romania with electricity. This steam train is the only train in Europe that uses wood as fuel. The train trip is for tourists, and at the last station the tourists can enjoy the nature of Romania. Changing people's minds. How are we going to do that? We've managed a 4-step solution plan, starting with education. Children and youngsters have to be educated in different topics to create an eco-conscience, with subjects such as ecology and sustainability at a young age. Using social media in schools is also a useful way to get young people interested. There will be a subject on learning how to recycle and separate garbage. To make young people aware of their environment, they can also have a civil, law and government subject in order to raise conscience and questions about the government system. By taking these steps, we make people more aware and smarter. They will start thinking about their environment using eco-friendly transportation, thinking twice about polluting their surroundings, and creating a collective of aware young people through social media. These same kids can be part of the evolution, making committees in order to supervise laws and standards, taking in issues such as deforestation, making clear that this deal doesn't go unpunished or at least is regulated, making laws such as you cut down a tree, you have to plant a tree. Another important issue for youth in Romania is mining. What they want is to make it safe for the environment and transparent for the people. The government has to stop the corruption and also the companies who are paying for permits in order to make more money. At the end of the day, the big shots are the ones who control everything, and they have to make sure that everything is legal. regulated and the rules are being enforced. With all these changes in people's minds, there will also be changes in the city. Cultural and livability changes, making public places more cultural and having learning environment with open-air cinemas, festivals, exhibitions, safety-regulated children playgrounds, reinforced bike paths, etc. People in Romania will work harder on what they already have, such as the restoration of old buildings, the beaches or making a harbour in the Someș. Time will come that the city will grow, making a bypass is a plan in mind. With all these steps we will have our dream Someș, with all the different elements interacting and functioning together. Having a clean river will make the city more attractive, not only for tourists but also for the citizens themselves.